With a looming issue of youth unemployment and a vision to foster economic growth, Old Mutual is set to unveil a transformative initiative. Today we have in studio with us Mignon Du Preez, who is the Group Marketing, Public Affairs and Sustainability Executive at Old Mutual Foundation. A very good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Yes.
And I feel like every time you're here, you just come with more exciting news, huh?
Oh, I really hope so.
Wait, let's talk about, well, there's an Indaba happening for sure. But before we get to that, I think maybe we can start with the fact that, or rather what financial, motivations prompted the launch of this Indaba that we are now talking about. And how does it aim to also contribute, to the economic growth while at the same time addressing youth unemployment in the country?
Yeah. So I think from a foundation perspective, we always try and understand, what's the pressing issues in Namibia, what's the pressing issues for Namibian people. And when we started looking at different initiatives this year, we obviously identified that youth unemployment in Namibia is a critical issue. So we then decided, we really want to do something around the youth unemployment and how we as an organization and as a foundation can contribute to assisting our country and our youth, our Namibians, with this challenge that they're facing on a daily basis.
Yeah, for sure. Let's also talk on the theme, which is spilling the tea on youth unemployment. Quite an interesting one. Why that one in particular? And also, how does the Indaba now further, plan to provide financial solutions?
Yeah. So I think for us, it was really, these are often topics that we don't like to speak about. It's things that's being avoided. Yeah. Are we really challenging or, looking at the root causes? Are we taking it up front to say, these are the things that we need to do. This is what we need to implement. This is what we need to do differently. So when we looked at the Indaba, we really tried to understand, what are the key challenges that youth in Namibia is facing when they are trying to go from education to employment. Because there's often things that we think it's easy, we finish our studies, we go into our employment, but there are many things that we don't know and that we don't notice. So when we looked at it, we thought, let's look at the key challenges and see what can we identify to try and equip youth to move from education into employment.
Yeah. So the event will also have some financial sessions that will happen. How does this impact these sessions? Also, the Namibian economic development, if we're staying on that.
Yeah. So I think on the financial sessions, we really try to empower individuals to understand how finances work, how should you go about, how to best manage finances. Apart from the financial aspect of it, we are also focusing on empowering youth, so empowering the individual around communications, personal mastery. How do you go, the basic life skills that you need when you move from education into employment. So we are really just trying to tackle the uncapped discussions around finances and money matters also in some of these sessions.
Speaking of, that, let's talk about the networking aspect of this and also, like we said, this open dialogue. Very important, very much needed, obviously, So how would they both contribute to youth, unemployment and, again, we're staying on economic advancement?
Yes. So I think the important part for us is networking is key. The importance of networking is we can understand that there's people out there facing the same challenges. You can share ideas, you can coach, you can mentor. The opportunity that we have at the Indaba is that we will have people from all ranges of life. So we will have the start-outs, the entrepreneurs, the successful, the students that just finished, that's looking for work. So the opportunity in the network and collaboration is really for us that they can share experiences, that they can coach, that they can mentor, and that they can really understand, how they can approach life better, how they can approach the working environment better. And obviously our youth is the individuals that will make our economy grow. They will take this country forward, and therefore it's key for them to be well equipped to be able to do so.
Yeah. Mignon, not so long ago, you were actually in studio, and when I said earlier that, here you come, hopefully you're bringing us good news again, as it seems it's what you always do. We were talking about the school project. I forgot the exact title, but you were donating tables and chairs, I think, at the same time, empowering, that is, suppliers from the local communities as well, you know. So I wanted to know, drawing from experiences elsewhere, other than the one that I also just mentioned, can you provide provide other examples of initiatives that have successfully sort of bolstered, the economic growth, for instance, and empowered others?
So if I speak from a Old Mutual perspective specifically, we have just completed our OMC, which is where we have encouraged entrepreneurs to enter. We have gone through the process. The winners has been announced. We identified 3 regions this year, and we had 3 winners in each region. And I must say that we have had phenomenal success with that. The entrepreneurs that came up there, the ideas, it was really, really mind-blowing. I think apart from Old Mutual, there is many organizations, countries specifically, that invest into training, into bridging the gap from education to employment, and then obviously also looking at a lot of public-private partnerships and events that's taking place around those things.
Sure. On a personal level, also as an executive now at the Old Mutual, what personal commitment, if I may, do you have to ensure that success when we talk about youth unemployment and also economic development? Where do you stand?
Yeah. So I think from a personal perspective, the corporate social responsibility and the foundation lies close to my heart within the organization, as I'm also overseeing that whole aspect of the business. So it's important for me that we often reflect on where the needs are within our country, for our people, and really as a corporate see how we can reinvest and invest into assisting to better those challenges that the country and the people are facing. So we really try and see how we can best support, identify. I always say Rome wasn't built in one day, so we can't come and change the world overnight, but it's important that all individuals, all companies really contribute piece by piece to make the challenges or to address the challenges that we are currently facing.
Definitely. So, Mr. Preez, on a final note, what would you like to leave Namibians with, pertaining to the Indaba, pertaining to youth unemployment and economic development? Yeah.
So I think our Indaba is taking place on the 25th of October. So you will see, we will go to market, the availability of tickets, individuals that can be attending, invites, etc. We will also be live streaming, so we are not just targeting the individuals that can actually attend the Indaba in person, but we want to reach out to the whole country, therefore making it available for everyone to be able to live stream on the day. And I think for us, from Old Mutual and the Indaba, this is the first time we are doing it. We are testing it out, and we really want to do this continually. We want to have it an ongoing process, an ongoing Indaba, and every year we will focus on new topics, new things that's, really topical for us. I really hope that we can go into the market, that it will be successful, and that we will continue to contribute to the success of our economy, the success of our youth, and just really growing our economy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Preez. Always nice having you here. All the best with the plans and the preps for the Indaba, and thanks for sharing, your some thoughts here this morning.
Thank you very much for always having us.
Great stuff. There you have it. Talking to us here this morning is the Group Marketing, Public Affairs and Sustainability Executive at the Old Mutual Foundation. And she's talking to us about the Indaba, Old Mutual Indaba, which is slated for the 25th of October. It will also be live streamed, just by the way. They're sorting you out. They're trying to sort everybody out. It is the first time it's their pilot project, and we're hoping that we'll see some more good stuff coming out there from the Old Mutual Foundation group. We hope you took some very, very interesting information from that conversation, and also how you can be a part of it.